you know what? I was like really in the middle of not continuing building the house when I got all the prices, you know? Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing amazing. So as you guys can see on the title down below, this video is going to be one of the most requested one, I guess. A lot of you guys commented on my previous videos, how much did I really spend for my simple province house here in the countryside? And yes, if you guys are interested to know, then please do keep on watching. Anyway, I would like to thank you guys as well, by the way, for subscribing to my channel, for supporting me all the way. And finally, we have finished the house. Yes, the house is fully finished, and I know you guys have watched the house tour already. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And to be honest, I wouldn't be able to achieve something like this. I wouldn't be able to have a simple province house here in the country if not because of you guys. Because honestly, I was able to achieve this because of YouTube. Because of you guys watching my videos, not skipping ads, and just supporting me, following me in my social medias. You guys are the reason why I was able to build one. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys all so much. Anyway, for this video, I am going to share with you guys how much did I really spend for the house, and also how much did I spend for like the big bulk while building this house. I have here my phone because I had to like write down everything. Yes, I've been like using my notes so that I wouldn't be able to miss a thing. First, we are going to talk about the lot. Now, I know a lot of you guys would ask, how much did I spend for the lot for this house? Obviously, you cannot build a house without a lot, right? So this lot is actually from my parents, and yeah, this is where I grew up. We've had this lot for such a long time already, and I decided to build one here since our previous house has been destroyed. It's not here anymore, so this place also is very special to me because this is where all my relatives are, my families are, so I'd always have something to come back to, and why not just build a simple house here, you know? So next, how much is my initial budget for building this house? I think I have shared it to you guys in one of my videos where I mentioned about how much was my initial budget, and that was 150,000 pesos. So if we are going to convert that in the US, that's gonna be 3,000 US dollars, and obviously it went further than that. Yeah, I did not spend 150,000 pesos. This is something that you guys would need to also think about if you are going to build a house. Think of the possibilities that will go while building your house. All right, now we are moving on. So yeah, that was my initial budget. And yes, I did not meet my initial budget. I went over my budget. We have the roof. The roof that I have is actually a corrugated roof. It's not painted already. It is just the normal one that you can usually get in like a hardware store. I also painted it white, by the way, and before we painted it white, we had to do the primer, which is the red lid, so that's part of it. I just pretty much total everything, how much they spent for the roof, and I rounded up. So for the roof, guys, I spent 20,000. I'm going to put the equivalent in US dollar on the screen, so yes. Let's move on to the wood. So if you guys are wondering, my house is actually not all concrete. This is a combination of concrete and wood. So yes, I spent something for the wood as well, and I would say this is one of the big amount that I was able to spend for the house. I spent around 40,000 peso for the wood. Actually, that's a lot, and I would have to say that it would be best if you have your own tree and you just cut it off and make it the wood that you're going to use while building your house. And also, one tip while purchasing wood, by the way, it's best that you are going to purchase the wood in like a smaller hardware store and not really in the bigger one, because there is a really big price difference. Let's move on. Now for the wall for this house, again, this house is not all concrete. We are using half not really half, but mostly we are using Hardy Flex. Now, the Hardy Flex that we are using is the 4.5 millimeter. And this house is actually double walling, so we kind of have to like do a ×2 for all of the boards that I got. So I spent quite a lot as well. Well, I got 32 pieces of Hardy Flex, and obviously we had to cut some of it because we have like the windows and for the toilet as well. For the Hardy Flex, guys, I spent 15,000 pesos. All right, there you go. The window. Now, this house has 5 windows. We have 1 in the living, 2 in the kitchen area, and then 2 here in my room. I also got 2 windows in the toilet area, which is like the smaller ones, but I don't really consider it like a window because it's just for ventilation of the toilet. They're actually quite big. It's like 50 centimeters, I guess. So yeah, for the window, I use jalousie. It's like the blades that you guys will see, I think, like probably if you have been here in the Philippines, you can see it most of the houses here in the countryside especially. I have spent 11,000 peso. So you guys might be wondering, why did I not have it like a sliding window and such? The reason for that is because it is quite pricey, obviously, and if I got 5 windows, it's gonna cost me around, I think, 25,000 peso, which is a lot for me. At the same time, if one window is gonna crack, then you will have to replace everything, so it's not really ideal for me personally. And then we're going to proceed with the window grills. Now, this is also something that a lot of you have been recommending to me in the comment section, that I should have like the grills for my window for security purposes. And yes, I did, guys. Obviously, I had to, especially I'm such a scaredy cat. So I got 5 grills for my window. I did not have to put in the toilet area because they are really quite small. I spent 12,500 peso. Wow, that is actually quite a lot. Next, we are going to proceed with the door. Now for the door, guys, if you guys have been watching my video, you guys know obviously that I did not buy doors for this house. I had it DIY or do it yourself. So my builder for this house, he was the one who actually did the door, which I am so happy about, because when I was trying to look for doors in the city or in the hardware, it was really quite pricey. It ranges from about 5,000 to 5,000 and up. And the quality of it is not really that good, I would have to say. So my mom, when she had her store, she just did her door, and I kind of like it because it was very sturdy. I copied that, and honestly, I am so happy how my doors turned out. So for the door, guys, I only spent 5,000 peso, and to be honest, I got 3 doors. So I have 1 in the front, I have 1 here in my room, and I have 1 for the back door. And also with this 5,000 peso, guys, this is already including the door that I have in my toilet. On to the paint of the house. Now, as you guys can see, in my house tour, it's all white. I really wanted this house to be a white house, obviously, because I love white. And I don't know, I just have never seen any house here in the Philippines that is like all white. So I just want it to be white. Yeah, it just looks clean here in the country, and also with all the green surroundings that we have, I think it complements the white color. So from the roof to the wall to like everything, I painted it white. So for the paint, guys, I have spent 14,500 peso. And yes, that is a lot. Actually, I was not expecting I would spend so much in a paint. Like, if you're gonna like look at it, I was really thinking that paint will just not cost so much, but it does, honestly. And that's because we had to also get the skim coating to like seal some of the wall that we have here. And yeah, like just a lot. But you know, I'm quite happy how the paint turned out. It goes with any of the design, like the furniture as well that I got, because I think white is just like, you know, the basic one. One with the tiles. For the tiles, guys, this is quite tricky because I got like 4 different types of tiles. So I got a different tiles in the terrace, which is the same as the one that I got in the toilet. For the toilet wall, I got different tile. For the countertop, I got one. And then for the main house, here in my room, living and kitchen, it's all the same type of tiles. And for that, I spent 15,000 pesos. So that's already including everything. We're going to move on with the electrical. For the electrical labor, guys, I spent 6,000 peso. So that's a really good deal, to be honest, because mostly some of the labors will range from like 10,000 and up, which is, whoa, that's a lot. So next is the electrical. For all of the bulbs that I got, for the wiring, for the circuit, for the whatever, for the electrical in total, I spent 10,000 peso. That is so much, you guys. I initially thought I will just spend around like 3,000 peso, like getting the bulbs and, the socket and all, but it's not. I am happy with how like the lighting here in the house turned out. I have like 2 lighting here in my room, 2 in the living, 2 in the kitchen as well, 1 in the toilet. I got 2 in the terrace area, and I got 4 at around the house. So during at night, the house is really well lit, so I'm quite happy with it, especially since the house is painted white, and yeah, it just looks so bright at night, which is what I wanted. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out as well. All right, we are moving on with the ceiling. So I got a ceiling, right? And a lot of you guys have suggested like what ceiling to use. Is it a plasterboard, gypsum, or whatever? I did like ask my labor as well, like what is the best ceiling to get so that it doesn't get so hot here inside a house. And he mentioned about the gypsum board or the plasterboard, and some of you guys said that it's also good because it's just gonna absorb all the heat and not like here inside a house, which I actually felt after it was being installed. And yeah, quite happy with the gypsum board that I got. In total, I spent around 13,000 peso. Ooh, just for the ceiling. You know what? I was like really in the middle of not continuing building the house when I got all the prices, Okay, now we are down to the last but not least. This is going to be the labor. Now, for the labor here in the Philippines, guys, we do have 2 options. It depends on you and your labor, whatever option would you like to choose. So first, we have the daily rate, which is you're going to pay the labor daily. So that will range from $10 500 peso and up to around 800 peso. Aside from that, you can also have an agreed price for the labor, which is the one that I got. Now, since my labor, he actually had a regular job in the city. This was just his side hustle. So we agreed for a labor for this simple house, and that was 40,000 peso. That was also like the biggest chunk of spending with a simple house. And to be honest, I am quite happy with him because he was really good with all of the things that he did here, though there are some miss, but it can be fixed, which is just okay for me. And yeah, I was really happy with my labor, like the price, especially 40,000 peso. That was such a good deal, and I don't think I will ever find someone that will give me that price in building this house. You know what I mean? If you're going to build a house, guys, you want to make sure that the person that is working on your house and the quality of work that they do. And also the reason why I got the agreed labor for my house, because I'm not always here in the country, so it just depends on him at which time does he want to work on the house, because he got a regular job, right? I don't really need to like supervise the labor or the builder for the house because we agreed for a price, though it took him some time to finish the house because of the regular job that he has, but that's part of our agreement. That's why the labor price that I got is quite low, because he will not be able to really work on it daily. Do you know what I mean? He was only working about 3 days per week, or sometimes 4 days per week. So that's why if we are going to like total the number of days that he built this house, it actually took him 33 days. And I know you can tell, guys, we started this house September 28th. I cannot forget that. I think it finished, I don't know, I think December 26 or 25. That fell on Christmas Day. Yeah, if you think about it, it took like 3 months, but for the days that he worked here in the house, it only took him 33 days, and he was pretty much alone working for everything, but he's got his wife, which is my cousin, that was just his helper. So that was a really good team for them. I'm so happy that finally I already have a home here in the country. This is my humble abode, and I'm so happy, guys. I am so grateful for each and every one of you because you are the reason why I was able to build my house. So the big question is, how much did I really spend for the Simple Province house? Okay, I know you guys are so excited. The amount that I spent for the entire house, guys, I am going to round it up. This is not including all the furnitures that I got here. It cost me 300,000 peso. That is equivalent to 6,000 US dollars. If you guys have 6,000 US dollars, then you can have a Simple Province house as like this. That is it for this video, you guys. Again, thank you all so much for everything. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. I hope that you guys will continue to support me in achieving my goals in life and the next journey of my life. Again, guys, thank you. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, please comment it below. And as always, I will see you guys on my next one. Don't forget to smile and be happy. Bye!